At the end, he's like, I don't want to be near you. I don't want... And she said, I'm going to go touch you. Why are you touching this man?
She goes, okay, before you go to sleep, I'm going to touch you.
I'm going to touch you.
And he said...
I'd rather you don't touch me.
And she goes, okay.
So no touching now?
How disappointing is that question?
So in episode 7, we see that the couples are moving into their new apartments and also given certain experiments like attractions and confessions.
Yeah. So the people that we're going to be talking about, they had a clean track record at the beginning. We didn't see them coming at all. Our first ones is Caitlyn and Shannon. Let's just get to those guys.
Caitlyn and Shannon.
Oh my God. They were given a challenge, or they had a bunch of photos of the contestants that are on the episode. And they had to rank them based on who they found the most attractive to the least attractive.
Yeah.
Now, Shannon ended up ranking the ladies, and he put his wife, not number 1, not number 2, not number 3. She's struggling around the 4 or 5 area.
Yeah.
Now, so is he wrong for that? I know some people are very puzzled on is he wrong with that, but I'm going to use what he said in defense. He said, I like to know what I see first. Mm-hmm. For me, emotions are second. Mm-hmm. So men are visual creatures. He's saying, you ain't the hottest girl from the list of women.
He was very blunt.
Shannon has problems. Let him know.
Shannon is still in communication with his ex, and he has a kid with her. It's been going on for 7 years, on and off. So he's so invested.
Yeah, I don't know if the expert did not do a good venting system.
They didn't. At this point, I'm convinced they're just picking out people from the streets. It's chaotic
now,
at this point.
Let's talk about the next firecrackers that happened. Alyssa
and Duncan. Wow. Alyssa reveals her dirty little secret.
Yeah. She shares with Duncan that she was basically the other woman.
In a relationship.
With
a married man. Yeah. That was going on for 6 months.
And she 100% knew about it. Mm-hmm.
I didn't really know how Duncan was going to react, but I do feel like I was getting judged.
Were you judging her?
Don't be talking about my moral compass when yours is broken.
Far, things with Alyssa have been great, but
when you hear a story like that, you question people's moral compass.
There's one thing about Duncan. When he's confused or he's shocked or whatever, he looks up. The whole time he's looking up. And she started crying. And that's the part that I didn't get. Why are you crying? You were the other woman in a relationship with a married man. The one who's supposed to be crying is that guy's wife.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, I didn't get it why she was crying.
I wish he asked her, how old was she when she was doing that?
Yeah.
Because if she was like 21, stuff like that, I'd be like, ugh.
Yeah, juvenile.
Yeah. But if she was like
a whole grown woman,
30 or 26 or somewhere like 26, 27, 28, 30, stuff like that, I'm looking at you like,
yeah, you definitely know what's right from wrong.
Yeah, we'll leave it like that. Now, the last part we talk about is Harrison and Bronte. There's really nothing I can say about it other than they had the same experiment as Caitlyn and Shannon, and he did well. I didn't see his ranking.
No, and I don't want to see it.
Even then, I don't want to see it. Yeah, like, come on.
But I like Bronte's. Hers.
Bronte had a
second.
Realistic. Yeah, she put him second. It's a bit of reach. I would have upgraded Leighton all the way to I'd put him number 1 and then Duncan because that guy is very unproblematic.
Duncan is number 1 for sure.
And so she put Duncan number 1. She goes, "That's my type."
Yeah. Makes sense.
Harrison, don't act like you didn't see that coming. Mm-hmm. Because you even knew during the reunion on episode 6 when you saw Duncan come in.
He's like this handsome young lad.
There's a difference between the way Harrison and Duncan handle looks, you know. Duncan, it's like he knows it and he doesn't talk or ponder around it. Harrison looks like he has to talk about it every day to reassure himself. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's like...
He has insecurities.
Yeah. And then even,
he's trying to deflect that.
And there's even a moment in that episode 7 when she was doing the ranking, or when she got the cake from him. They argued and he said, "That's very unattractive."
This attitude that you're displaying is very disrespectful to me and my feelings.
I don't have an attitude. I'm hurt. And I'm trying.
Well, it's very, very unattractive.
Yeah, they're trying to have a serious conversation. She feels hurt about the whole situation. Even, what's her name, Melinda kind of opened her eyes and she said in episode 6, you're right. She has a point. She's right. She's right. So she wants to talk about that and try to solve it.
And he goes...
And he's deflecting and he's saying, you know...
You're unattractive. That's very unattractive.
That's very unattractive.
So the last episode... so far is episode 8, and we get to see character development. Now, Jesse, I think this is the first time we end up seeing Jesse stepping out of his comfort zone and taking some form of like not initiative, control.
Yes,
you know, a little bit of there's a little bit of
big
chase
man
in there.
at one point.
A little bit of chase
big
there.
man.
So Claire, Adam, and the guys went out to socialize, and supposedly Claire and Adam got a little close. He said they got a little touchy. They took it outside, and supposedly they were on the phone chit-chatting, and Jesse felt like that is 100% inappropriate. You are my
Very
wife.
disrespectful.
You are my wife. So he went up to say, can I see your phone and who you were talking to? And she was just like, no.
Yeah. Then after he yelled at her.
And then he yelled at her, and apparently he cussed at her, and he got very controlling, and he even took it to he was in the apartment.
The next door.
He took it to the next door, and he went to
bang on
the
Adam's door.
Adam and Janelle's door, and
Boom,
he was
boom,
like,
boom.
let me see your phone. Are you talking to Claire? What's the relationship between... He got very, very...
defensive.
Not defensive. He got very controlling, I would say, in the situation.
No, I mean, even Adam got defensive. Yeah.
Adam was defensive. Claire was defensive, too.
Okay.
And I would be wiping that smug smile off your face if I were you.
Was Jesse in the rights to do that? I think yes. I think it's yes. If we are married, I don't see why you're hiding when I ask you who you talking to.
Yeah, it was a simple thing.
It was a simple thing. I'd be like, hey, you know, I'm talking
Even if
to
I was
Amanda.
talking to Adam, I say, oh, who you talking to? Oh, I'm talking to Adam.
Yeah.
Why are you talking to him? Oh, because we were talking about something.
Yeah.
And after, we still have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
You know? If you are considered to be friends.
Exactly.
But if there's something more to it, of course you're going to be
Then you're
hiding.
gonna
Of course you're
behave
going to go throw
that
your
way.
phone. Of course you're going to smash it.
But then again, if it's very harmless, just say, oh, I'm talking to Adam.
Yeah.
We talk about, I'm like, so they're talking about the Super Bowl is going to be airing.
Yeah.
It's not such a big deal.
Or
but Claire,
even something that is familiar, that they had something in common with, like childhood or, work-wise or anything,
anyways, Claire could have maybe solved it real quick, especially if she's already flexing that mental maturity. She could have said that, Jesse, please, I'm just talking to Adam's no big deal. Boom. But never happened that way. So
should Jesse, get pissed off and angry the level that he
No,
was?
because you did show that you're not interested in her. You did make it clear she's not your woman for you.
Exactly.
So I don't know
Why are you getting so mad?
Why are you getting so mad? So there's that 2 point here.
Actually, you could use
Adam
that against
and Janelle though.
her. So,
Adam and Janelle though. Let's get right into that one.
Oh.
They were given a challenge for the whole, not challenge, show me your phone, basically.
Oh yes.
And then what happened was, Adam was like, I'm not going to do it. And he started talking about like how that's not who I am and da-da-da-da-da.
Why should we do it?
Why should we do it? I'm going to show you I trust you by not even looking at your phone. And she, poor girl, was trying to say, I will do the same thing too.
No, Janelle. No. This guy already has a history of cheating. He already said before that he was married, he was with a woman for 10 years, not married to her. Why would you invest in 10 years? What a waste. And he cheated on her. So he has that
history
in his record. He's a cheater. And this guy was talking to, Claire. What's the problem? Let me see.
Yeah.
We're in a marriage. We need to be transparent.
He got so lucky. He got so lucky with that one.
Somehow he did mental gymnastics and he convinced her that we don't need to see each other's phones.
Yeah. Okay. You have it.
Okay, we see you, Adam. Our last couple in episode 8 was Melissa and Josh, and their challenge was to watch a video of their first impression.
When I first saw Melissa, I was really blown away. Exactly the feeling that I was hoping for when I turned around. I have not felt this way about someone for quite some time. Yeah, it was exactly what I was hoping for.
He looks like the boy next door, but I think he could be a freak in the sheets too. He is Thor. Oh, I hope Josh has a big hammer.
Wow, that's, you know, you could clearly see Josh is a gentleman, I would say. He talked about how she looked like. I think he was kind-hearted, what he had said about her. And there's Melissa. She was only talking about that hammer.
Yeah. You know, you shared this with me. She comes off as someone who just takes. I'm asking the question, Tyler Perry style, why did she get married?
Yeah.
Because, like he said, you know, I think he shared to her, like, sex is not the be-all personality trait. And he's right. Because when he asked her, what do I do for a living?
But you have never showed any interest whatsoever in learning anything about me. What do I do for a job?
I don't know.
Oh my God.
You know, so far, I'm assuming they've been together for 8 years or more than a week. More than a week.
8 years.
I mean, not 8 years, 8 days, or, you know, at least 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And she didn't ask him, what do you do for a living? Where
She
Janelle
even-
out here is asking that in the first day.
Immediately.
Yeah.
She even said to him, if I'm not getting sex from you, then
what
I don't know what I'm getting from you.
Yeah.
If I'm not having sex with you, I don't feel like I get anything else from you.
And listen, her behavior is out of this world. You know, I want to point out to guys, especially the guys from the red pill community, who says women don't have a high sex drive. There you go. There you go. A great evidence, like a great example of what a woman who has a high sex drive.
Yeah.
But there's also one thing, and I think it was in episode 5 or 4 when they're in their honeymoon, and she wanted to say straight up in camera and say, yeah, we made, you know, we did it, you know, we consummated, you know, it was fun, it was great, he was perfect. And he was denying it, and you could just see he's more, you know,
He's reserved as a gentleman.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, like, I prefer men like that, that don't display private stuff like that. It's not for public consumption. I don't think so. I don't think people need to know that stuff. And then she always said, but what's wrong? It's natural. It's healthy. There's certain things that don't need to be talked about. Not that it's wrong, that people don't need to know.
people don't need to
It
know
doesn't
that
help
stuff. That's
society.
messy.
It's not a good or a bad in society. They don't need to know. And it's something so sacred. The way I think of something so sacred. You want
Exactly.
to share something sacred, and you want to just keep it between you and your spouse.
Off royally, that she keeps on driving this narrative of like, hey, I'm this super conservative guy. No, I'm not. When I'm in private, I will behave in a manner that is appropriate for a husband and wife. I came here to find love and have a normal relationship.
I don't know. I think she I don't know. I feel like she shouldn't have got married, because what she's looking for, he said it in his, he said that she could have found what she's looking for through a dating app.
And you know what? And I love the fact that he said that. Plus, he actually stand up for himself.
Yeah.
You know? At the end, he's like, I don't want to be near you. I don't want... And she said, I'm going to go touch you.
Why
Why are you touching this man?
She
He
goes, okay,
clearly
before you go to
sees-
sleep, I'm going to touch you.
I'm going to touch you.
And he said...
I'd rather you don't touch me.
And she goes, okay.
So no touching now? No feelings? I don't know.
She's funny.
You guys, please let us know what you think about our video. Please like this video too. And bye now.